something, 2 plays, 38 yards Kyle, and 22 yards McKeel. What happened there?
Well, the longer, they showed their hand of what they wanted to do, and it was pretty obvious they wanted to man up. And it looked, I didn't think that they would continue to play as much man when we hit them on some man things. They just kept doing it, and give all the credit to them. We just could never hit a shot. I emptied every bullet in the chamber that we have on our call sheet, and we made stuff up on the sideline. We called everything, and we just never could hit that shot. And it just seemed like, and Frank, one of the most trustworthy guys on the deep ball there, couldn't come down with that one. And then, we got in here at halftime and we talked, and the guys were calm. They were patient, and they were like, Coach, this is open. We can hit them on this. We can hit them on this. Now, I think at the time we hadn't scored yet, right? We had 0 at halftime. So, but nobody panicked. Everybody was patient. My man Frank Darby was telling me, hey, Coach, this is open.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
I came right back out, first play right after halftime, and ran the play Frank Darby told me to play. And so they gave me great information. And that's a tribute to the receivers and the quarterback. You could tell that they're veterans, and they weren't wide-eyed. They came back, and I pulled Nikhil off to the side. I said, what do you like? What's open? He said, this, and this. And we came right back just doing that. But, really, if we would have hit a couple shots before, I think it would have been a little bit different. But that's how it is. But they just kept fighting, and we just kept throwing it deep.
Coach, how do you agree?
Seriously, Frank suggesting the play was the first play?
Oh, absolutely.
What was that play?
He was I take it back. It wasn't the first one. That was one I came up with. No, I'm just playing, man. Come on. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to knock it out. But no, it was Nikhil on the deep ball from the inside, and throwing the one to. It was Nikhil on the inside fade, I think it was. One of those, whatever. But that is what he was talking about, Frank.
Coach, can you talk through the difference or the decision to maybe switch to 10 personnel in the second half and why that worked so well for you guys?
Yeah, we had a hard time running the ball, and so they weren't going to bring in. It was the same guys out there that was going to be out there in 10 personnel, and we just thought, well, we're not getting anything going with the run game. We're a big RPO, tight end involved team. And it just, we just couldn't get the deep shot doing that. And I just didn't feel like it served us best to stay in that and try to live with the 3, the 4, the 6, the 3, 4, 2, 0, 1. And I just thought once they got in man coverage, I just like my guys, man. I feel like sooner or later they're gonna win.
For like 50-plus minutes, like you said, really hard time running the ball. How rewarding is it to run the ball when you need it the most?
And that's what we talked about that all week, that it's going to be really, really hard. They weren't I think, second in the country in rushing defense last year. So, I mean, they're good, and there's a reason they're good, and they don't do a lot. They just sit there and whip up on you. And so we talked about we're going to try to wear them out, try to be patient, keep running, and the runs will pop in the fourth quarter, and thank goodness a couple of them did. We kind of put a play in that we hit to Eno Benjamin there in the fourth quarter. We hadn't practiced that all week, and we just kind of put that in on the sideline. It worked. It's a good job. To all the assistant coaches on the sideline, they did a great job. Just like, hey, coach, I think this might be there, this might be there. So it was a great group effort with the coaches and players.
What did you see out of Nikhil tonight?
Being flexible with that, but also trying things that are kind of new for you guys.
As far as the flexible with
the play calling, with listening to guys for their feedback.
Oh yeah, well a lot of our receivers, Nikhil knows he'll tell me what's open, and he's very honest, and he'll say I can't get outside the guy, I can't get inside the guy. Let's throw this. So we talk all the time. I coached him last year, so I kind of know what his strengths are and kind of what he struggles with a little bit, and so it's easy to listen to those guys and put your faith into them. Now, I've been around receivers where you're like, yeah, sure, you were open. You're always open. But no, these guys will tell me the truth, and it really, really helped us out tonight.
Did it happen with Nikhil last year? I mean, also like telling you guys on the sidelines last year too?
Yes, it did. But more so this year. He's really matured. He's become a pro. I'm so proud of him, the way he practices and prepares all week long. He's unbelievable right now, the way he prepares and practices every day.
Are you surprised at how good that communication is with you up top?
Yeah, I like to be up there so I can see. I can't see the other side of the field, and so you have to rely on the eyes up in the booth to give you secondhand information when you're on the field. I just have never liked being on the field. I like, because what I'll do is I'll let all the guys on the field look at the corners and all that stuff that's on their side, because now they get ground view of it. They can see where the feet of the DB are. Is he taking outside or inside away and all that stuff? And I like to look at the guys over on the other side so I know exactly what's going on.
And on those two completions, the one that ended with the Nikhil touchdown, were those things that you were setting up throughout the game, or just two completions that happened to work out?
No, we came in here and he kept saying, Coach, so we have two different types of deep balls. All right, one we just go. One, it could come more of a flat liner, back shoulder type thing. And so we had to kind of do some things around in the way we call the plays, but he kept saying, I might not be able to get on the other side of him, but throw that back shoulder to me, and I got that. So, it's just,
you miss me.
That's right, I do miss you. and so, just like I said, but you got to be able to trust the guys that are telling you that, and he's very trustworthy.
That play that you mentioned about that little screen there, was that the one you were talking about you'd never practiced?
Well, we didn't. We ran it the week before, and I was like, well, when you hit those, usually, you wait a couple weeks to do it again. I was like, well, these guys aren't getting out of man coverage, so we popped it again. It worked.
I know Mandy said last week he had 2-3 pass concepts. How many do you have tonight?
Tonight, like I said, man, we were drawing stuff up. We were, just trying anything, because I just believe in my guys, and I just know that, and I know the fans probably get frustrated, but you just keep doing that. You just got to keep believing in that, and I see it. I've coached them. I know what Kyle Williams can do. I know what Nikhil Harry, Frank Darby, and I trust those guys, man, and so I just know if you just keep on keeping on. I hope now we never have to wait this late for it to hit again, but I just trust him, and I'm just going to keep feeding him, because I knew eventually. And so what helps me to be able to do that, though, is our defense, holding them to 13 points. I mean, let's not forget about that. Like I said, it takes a lot of anxiety and stress off of a play caller when, they're not putting a lot of points on the board either. So that was a great job by Danny and the boys.
How stressful is it to be up there when you just can't get anything going
on? Oh, man, it's so just, and if you know me, I'm like this all the time, right? So, but no, it was, I just couldn't believe we couldn't hit a shot, I just couldn't believe it, but we finally did, so it all worked out.
This is your biggest win as a coordinator, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, yes, I would say yes. I would say yes, and yeah, it is. Weren't they? They were ranked, right?
15.
Oh, there you go. Yes.
It's 2 games in,
Yeah.
but how big is it getting that upset for you guys for the program?
Oh, it just, to go out and like, if you can win your non-conference games, that just, man, sets you up to just go into the conference, and you're just riding with sky-high confidence, and you feel good, and that's just, a win, just makes the week of practice so much better. And the more you win, the more the kids believe. They believe in themselves, and they trust each other. I think that's the biggest thing, is now that they have those memories in their mind. Hey, we didn't hit a shot until the 4th quarter. So a game in the future, we're struggling. They're going to have that belief that we're going to eventually keep grinding. We're going to end up doing it.
Did you feel a moment when the momentum shifted and
Yes. When Nikhil caught that pass, I told them to tell the guys on the field, the dam is about to break. I don't know if it broke, but it leaked a little bit, didn't it?
What's the actual process of logistically how Nikhil talks to you?
Logistically?
Yeah, does he have a mic or?
Oh, no. They can get on the headphones.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's a phone down on the sideline, and then also through, hey bud, and then also just through Coach Fisher. I'll say, Coach, ask him when he's on the inside, are they playing him outside or are they playing inside? You know, can he beat him in? Can he beat him out? All of those things. So that's the kind of information we get during the game.
What was the atmosphere like up in the box when you guys finally made that big play?
Oh, it was awesome. Yeah, it was great. It was great. And then that field goal, man, when that thing went through and I didn't know, like I was debating on closing my eyes and waiting for the crowd deal, but I couldn't help it. I had to watch, and then I saw it go through, and I don't even remember what happened after that. That was so much fun.
Have you been in a program where there's so much trust in the kicker that you're willing to take knees instead of going for the touchdown because you believe?
Yeah, you know, I've been on programs that there was not, and so you know, I was like, is this what we want to do? Are we good? All right, is everybody good? All right, let's go. You know, so because I really felt that we had the momentum.
Yep.
And it was a great call by Coach Edwards because, you know me, I'm like a dog on a leash. You know, he's having to hold me back because I felt like we could score. But, I mean, he's the head coach, and that was a great, you know, call. Hey, why would we score right now if we trust our kicker and give him some time to come back, tie the game, and go through all of that junk, right? And so, you know, they had faith in the kicker, and he pulled through. And I felt like we could have scored there, but that's why Herm's the head coach. And I'm not.
Missing Steve Miller and Zach Robertson, I mean, how much impact did it have on the offensive line?
You know, that's something I don't get a chance to see until Sunday.
Okay.
You know, and then I'll watch them, and that's like one of my favorite things to do because I don't ever get to watch the offensive line play during the game because I'm looking at the secondary and trying to think ahead of play action passes and passes like that. And so I'll get a better feel for it when I watch tomorrow.
So were you advocating to Coach Edwards to run the ball, or was it kind of a one-sided conversation?
No, he was like, hey, what are we doing here? And I was like, what do you want to do here? You know, because I feel like we can score. But no, the smart thing to do was do exactly what we did. And even if we would have missed that field goal, it was the right decision, and it was good.
You didn't want any miracle in the Meadowlands here in
Oh,
St.
no,
Louis.
yeah, that's right, man. Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
Early on in the fourth quarter, right before Breeze had the field goal to get you guys to 6, you guys were, I think, on the 7-yard line, had the 1-yard run, 2 incompletes. What was going on there? Just,
You know, probably just being too aggressive, you know. And like I said, I believe in my guys. I don't believe anybody can stop us on a fade. And those guys did. You got to tip your hat to those corners. Man, those guys played really, really, really good. Like, that's probably the best game they've had. You know, all the passes that they defended, they did a phenomenal job. I was kind of surprised. They did a really, really good job.
Did Michigan State change up their defense against Nikhil in the second half?
No, they just played more man press, and they were just like, we're going to live and die by it. And they made the decision. Sometimes you win by it, sometimes you die by it, you know. And it just happened to work out for us tonight.
did you get the sense that he played a factor in any of that?
I would like to think that. That's what we were planning on. We were trying to run them, you know, side to side early, and the problem was we couldn't get early first downs to stay on the field and keep it going, and so that would play a factor. So I don't know. You'd have to ask them, but I think that they looked a little more tired in the fourth. Obviously, it was good.
Yeah.